This is inspired from the last stream where someone's like, oh, how do I talk to girls? How do I approach a girl? I'm like, I forgot. I honestly forgot. But it all starts with having confidence, right? You got to be confident. And there's a few ways to become confident. And admittedly, you'll see through my history that I wasn't always this stud muffin you see in front of the camera. I'm just kidding. It's just built over time. And I valued kind of like getting more comfortable in my own skin. So under my face, let me just move it because I actually put the title. This is by Andy Wing. I just want to make sure you see that because I put effort into that. How to build confidence. I'll be talking through my history, how I got to this point, and you'll see a lot of embarrassing photos. So you'll enjoy it. What do you ask for when you get a haircut? I've been getting my haircut from the same person for, dude, like 10 years. Not 10 years. That's too much. It's not 10 years. Like 7. So he just knows. But this is basically a fade. Austin probably know better. It's a fade and a comb over. I don't really know. I've been getting the same thing. Austin, some of the guys can probably describe it. It's not a wild haircut, but let's get started. All right, my journey. Oh, my baby pictures. Wait, let me hide my face real quick. So look at that. That's a baby picture. So my journey as a child, I was a little bit overweight. Sorry, you can't see my face. I was a little bit overweight, but not too bad. But as a child, you don't know. You don't care. You just want to eat. And eat I did. It wasn't until the middle picture. This middle picture in the middle right here. This was me around 170, 180 pounds in middle school. That's when I realized I was fat. That's when I realized I was getting bullied, and it wasn't good. It wasn't good. If any of you know Chucky Atkins from Canada, he was my inspiration. I was like, he looks so cool. He's a Vietnamese gangster, dude. Like, I wanted to be a Vietnamese gangster. So he had long bangs in front of his head. So I tried to do that. Obviously didn't work out. Obviously didn't. Austin, shut up, dude. Shut up. I'm trying to be endearing here. This is my story. All right, so I was overweight and I was like, I hated myself, dude. I wore large shirts. I hated going to school dances. I never had a date. I never got invited to Sadie Hawkins, any of that. And all I did was play video games inside my house. And even then, I couldn't even, like, the neighborhood kids didn't even like me. They would hang out with me one time and then they wouldn't hang out with me anymore. So I was like, yo, this sucks. But thanks to my brother, he showed me a video of these breakdancers, and I saw the video. I was like, I want to be able to do that, but I'm almost 200 pounds. I run out of breath during PE. I freaking hated PE too. I ran out of breath all the time. I couldn't do anything. So I was like, okay, what do I do? What do I do? So you can see my skin color right now is me not going outside. On the right, I played some sports. I was like, all right, what's the hardest sport you can do in my high school to lose some weight? I did track and field, and then I did water polo. They said if you join water polo, guaranteed you'll get a 6-pack. I found like the way I find, like how I find a way to break every keyboard that I build. I found a way to do water polo for 3 seasons and not get a 6-pack. Didn't happen. But I lost some weight, so I felt more comfortable in my own skin. I was like, all right, this helps. This really helps because at least I know that I can lose weight and I can improve. Just the idea that you know that you can make your circumstances better gives you hope. I'm sorry, Stormzy. We're all in different circumstances. 6-packs man in the kitchen gave up on that dream because carbs are life. Mason Gray, you're correct. All right, so as a child, middle school, and then high school, I started doing sports, but I was still wearing the oversized shirts because it wasn't comfortable. I would cover up my body with sweaters, but at least I was a little skinnier. But what I'm trying to say is appearance matters because you want the inside, your insides, to be reflected on the outside. So your personality wants to come through. If you feel like you can do more, if you feel like you want to be more active, but you're overweight on the outside, you're gonna be limited. So what I did the sports and I suffered through it, but I ate like the rest of the team, and the team wasn't big as like me. So we would do this is the entire team's food, not just mine. All right, we would go to McDonald's after. So the whole 6-packs made in the kitchen, that's where I failed. I ate like the skinny boys, but I wasn't a skinny boy, and that's why I didn't get a 6-pack. But I was slowly kind of growing into my shell. Understood how to lose weight, but I always gained it back. It was yo-yoing, but different. So I was skinnier in the left photo, but then I'm gaining a little weight on the right photo. Of course, you see I'm wearing those jackets again to cover myself up because I'm hiding in my shell. Almost a physical representation of it, but never really felt like myself. I was trying to hide in like, okay, what's the simplest thing I can wear that won't bring attention to myself? And it was that outfit. But it does matter. Like, I know you shouldn't care about what people think of your appearance, but in here, I'm still wearing glasses, right? But I did get to retainers because my teeth were bucked. And here, let me switch to the chatting thing. Okay, I'll show you. My teeth were bucked, so I had like these. Like, I call them vampire teeth in an endearing way, but it's because I didn't go to the dentist when my teeth were supposed to be coming out. So they ended up just pushing. And so they were like higher. So like 2 teeth like this. That wasn't cute, man. That wasn't cute. And I had to beg my aunt to help me pay for braces because they ain't cheap. So I was lucky enough to have the circumstances in which my family was able to get me braces. And that really helped a lot with the confidence because now I can smile more. I'm willing to talk more. When my teeth are messed up, I was always trying not to talk. Just don't talk to me. Don't talk to me. What's up, Josh? But that helped. So it's these little things. They shouldn't matter, but they matter a little bit. It's all about what it takes for you to feel good about yourself. As I got skinnier, as I was able to finally pick up dancing, I started breakdancing. I was still kind of pretending to be like this dancer persona, which I was not. So if you see in this photo, right, I'm looking skinny. I got the hair, I got the faux hawk, the cool hair, but I was pretending to be like the guys that I saw were cooler. But you can see, like, you can't pretend all day. Look at my hands, bro. That ain't showing confidence. So this is my example. Like, if you're always pretending to be someone else, or you're following trends and you are just constantly changing your definition of who you are based off of what's cool or what's hot, you're never going to feel comfortable. You're never going to feel confident because you're always putting on a show. It's exhausting. Yeah, the cool hair helped. I got really into my hair, which is why my hair looks the way it does today. I've always invested a lot of time into my hair. But yeah, I lost weight. I was skinny, but it wasn't quite there. It wasn't quite like fully actualized as who I was as a person. But what was key was I learned things. So I picked up photography. I learned how to take pictures. I started doing portrait photography. I learned how to break dance. I learned how to like use my body. Sounds weird, but to do like athletic type of things, that really helped boost my confidence because if I can learn this, if I can grow and I can progress, then maybe I am more empowered to do other things. So I defined myself as a photographer, as a dancer, and that helped me kind of move more towards who I am. Wait, that actually looks like Ryan Higa. The height of the hair, dude, the hair, honestly, this hair was how I got my fiance. So the hair was key. I didn't take lessons to learn breakdancing. I like had a cousin who knew a guy, and those guys would dance outside this movie theater in Garden Grove. If anyone's that grew up in Garden Grove, there was a few breakdancers in front of Regals on Chapman and Brookhurst, and I would train there with them. They call themselves floor poets. If y'all knew, AJ Raphael. We had a b-boy club at our school. Did you have that? I did not have a b-boy club, but it was kind of like unofficial. But learning how to dance and having that community really helped. I was like, I have friends now. Like I have people. I have like colleagues, and I'm learning. I'm like involved in online communities and forums and how to learn how to get better at photography. This is all in high school. So all that really helped. It's like learning more will make you more confident, but you gotta be careful about how confident you are with this knowledge. The key is to always listen more because wherever you are right now, you probably don't know everything. You need to listen more. So when someone's telling you, hey, this is how things are, like you should listen, you shouldn't fight back. So often I find people that are young and they get armed with a little bit of knowledge, you get confident, and they just start like challenging everything. There's a reason why things are the way they are, and you need to learn why they are how they are before you try to challenge it. Dude, dancing helps a lot, like especially when you go to high school dances or like an event where there's dancing, like a club or something like that. Like being able to go in and just like dance for a little bit freestyle, confidence boost, everyone's looking, and then just the fact of going to dance in front of people is a very nerve-wracking thing. And if you can do that more frequently, that is you going up on stage, which comics use a lot. And the less you get afraid of that, the less you get afraid in front of people and being yourself. So I love dancing as a way to kind of boost your confidence. Annie confirmed, did elbow air flares at prom in a tux? I never actually went to prom, in high school prom. Bueno, thank you for the tier 1 sub, man. I appreciate you hanging around and challenge me on builds every single day. In this photo, I was in college and it was my first year, and I was in a community service organization called Circle K, and I learned a lot. These people, they were all about building up communities and helping other people more needy than they are. And it was just a really nice environment to be around. And a lot of these are older folks, and I wanted to know understand their wisdom in college as a first year, and I was super scared. Bueno says, fresh cut, thank you. These pictures look like they're from a movie. Yeah, Kaylee. These are just all from my Facebook. I pulled this like presentation together, like freaking from 6:55 to 7:15. But make sure you listen to your elders, more experienced people. Listen twice as much as you want to speak. The more you listen, the more confident you're gonna look. Because if you're always talking nonstop, when people are trying to talk to you, you seem more arrogant. You seem like you need to have the last word to look like you're more confident. But listening calmly allows you to process what the other person is saying. They lay out all their cards, and now you can respond armed with everything that they just said, rather than you trying to speak first and possibly being wrong. So listening more helps you grow, learn, and also gives you an opportunity to sound and look smarter and more confident. So once I started to learn that I could listen more, I started to experiment. That's a weird thing to say because I'm wearing a tiara, but I was willing to break out of my shell, go into situations and scenarios in which I would be embarrassed. Why? Because I had a lot of confidence in the bank. I'm like, all right, if I can walk up to anyone and say hello, what can actually take me down? If something takes me down, I'm still overall someone that's willing to put themselves in that situation. Those are supplantation, Lala. RIP supplantation. I'm gonna miss that place. Mason Gray says, the feeling when I think I know this lecture. UCI, Mason? This is a UCI friend. Bueno is trying to interrupt my presentation. We gotta dance now. We have to do the dancing, man. All day, every day. This is why we come here. So I'm gonna pull up my music. Thank you, Bueno. I appreciate all your support. You crazy, crazy guy. All right. Turn down the music. All right. I'm wearing shorts today, so hopefully I don't rip them. Yeah, I can flare. I tried. I was gonna break something. There's just not enough like width. Alright, Austin, thank you. We're gifting 6 subs. Now we're 80. We got to go again. Let's go. Never stop. Let's see how vertical I can get. I'm gonna die out here. Thank you for support, Bueno and Austin. Y'all real ones. Willingness to experiment, yeah? It's like, you know what? I'm gonna try. What's the worst that could happen? I'll just try. And I won. And you know what? Putting myself out in front of everybody and embarrassing myself, people were more receptive to the fact that I tried than how well I did. It actually turned out really well. So really the key to being confident is to show that you don't need. You offer more than you take. They don't always need to be right, so they don't always try to get the last word. Confident people don't need to only serve themselves. They have excess. They have more to give than to take. And focus on doing that more than anything will get you way further in life. All right, here's my favorite slide. Getting a six-pack made me confident, but not for the reason that you think. Awesome. This is when I was the most lean in my life. So I started getting weird. I was like, no one can stop me, dude. No one can stop me. So I knew deep down I didn't want to be fat. So I did everything I could to get a six-pack. I was able to achieve it twice in college. Of course, I fell off. But it wasn't getting a six-pack that gave me confidence. It was the process and what I had to endure and the discipline I had to learn and understanding what is possible to achieve given that you're willing to learn, put in the work, and follow through. When I achieved my six-pack, I was like, I can do anything. I used to be 200 pounds. I couldn't fit into pants. I had to keep like adding more holes to my belt the wrong way, maxing it out. It's not a smile. That was actually taped to my body, I think. I printed that out to cover. This is my birthday on Halloween. And I wore this. This was actually a speed suit. I was in varsity track in high school. I was one of the sprinters. I wanted to relive high school years, have my name on it. Wing. It's pretty sick. But it was in this period, probably about a week after this photo was taken, I planned this for Halloween. I had my little sister take this. It's kind of weird. But after my birthday, I ended up asking my current fiance out to a date. And then she brought her high school friend. But that's a story for another day. There was a forced third wheel and it was really awkward. Bring that suit back. That should be the next community challenge. I'll bring the suit back. But we talked about this before. Dancing was integral. I went to a college where dancing was key. So having some way to express myself, because that's what we want to be confident for, right? We want to be, I'm sweating because I just dance, comrade, like we're talking about on this slide. Being able to express myself in front of other people and having a way to express myself. Because why do we want to be confident, right? We want to be confident so we can be ourselves. We don't want confidence to necessarily, I don't think so, to necessarily achieve something, but rather to actualize ourselves and become ourselves or be ourselves and achieve something with that persona without having to pretend to be someone else. Between dancing and fitness, I had goals to work towards, things to do, things to achieve. I didn't finish this slide, but being aimless shows that you're not very confident because you don't know what you want. I wanted to be a better dancer. I wanted to achieve things that I thought I couldn't. Learning how to do things like here, this is a blow up to a forearm freeze. I didn't think that was possible when I was almost 200 pounds in high school, being bullied for being fat and ugly. But getting to the point where I can do that in front of people that like support me, that gave me the confidence to progress and work harder in school, apply for internships, and get jobs. She's currently my fiance, child. But along with all that, you need to admit mistakes. Like I said, listen more and talk less. When you make mistakes, admit to them. Figure out what you did wrong and don't pretend that it never happened. Like this picture right here. I wanted to get steak and eggs after being completely shit-faced in Vegas. But we got scammed by the taxi driver that drew us way off the strip. It was like over $100. at like 2 or 3 in the morning. Yeah, the steak was horrible. It was not even good. Even my drunk self knew that I got scammed, but it was too late. It's a mistake, man. But like in keyboards, when I make mistakes, I own up to them. I know I'm not perfect. At work, in my professional job, my full-time job, when I make mistakes, I own up to that. I try to learn about what I did wrong. With relationships, if I make a mistake, I own up to it. I don't deny what I did. With my friends, if I let them down, own up to it. Because being confident enough to admit you made a mistake, rather than being so scared to ever be seen as someone who makes mistakes, that's the difference. Dude, I can make a better meal than that too. And with that, you have to let go of ego. That's ego right there. Let go of that. Don't be that. That's a freaking 50mm lens on a crop sensor camera. That wasn't a good selfie. It was like, the selfie ended up looking like this. But it was for the meme. But you have to let go of ego. Confidence and ego may seem like they go together with like arrogance, but no. You got to let go of thinking that everything's going to revolve around yourself. Because even if you somehow end up being successful with a big ego, no one's going to want to be around you. But what I've learned through my journey of getting more confident is that you're going to be stronger in numbers. So nearing the end of my college career, I realized that I was able to succeed, not because of my own like prowess, confidence, knowledge, experience, but rather is because people believed in me. And because I was at least somewhat of a decent person to have a community of people around me that care. And in that is how I truly became someone that was willing to try new things, because I knew that I always had someone or people in my corner to back me up. And that is everything. This is not a video I just screenshot because I ran out of time. But there's nothing worse than not being yourself. And if you're around this channel, if you're hanging out with me on stream, if you know me from my Discord community and you fuck with my content, you know I'm honest, true, 100%. I'm not pretending to be anybody else. I'm out here just trying to succeed by being myself every single day. And that's it, man. Being yourself through and through is the key to being confident. You're never going to become confident by being someone else. You may get short-term success, but it ain't true. It's not lasting. So if you do not like who you are as a person, work on improving that, getting better, learning, improving, having people around you, learning or like developing skills. Don't just try to get the most money, or don't just try to get the highest end keyboards or the end game this, end game that. Work on things that develop you as a person. And over time, you will find that you are a more full person, a more helpful person, a more productive person, a more confident person. Yeah, welcome to my TED Talk, or thank you for listening to my TED Talk. And that is it. That's it. Any questions?